Social Security benefits are crucial for millions of Americans, but inflation can seriously erode their value. If you're nearing retirement or already retired, the last thing you want is for inflation to diminish the purchasing power of your Social Security benefits. In this video, we'll discuss how you can safeguard those benefits from inflation so you don't lose out on the support you rely on in your golden years. And stick with me until the end, because I'll be sharing a strategy that could help you protect your wealth more effectively than you might have thought. Now, before we dive in, if you're serious about protecting your wealth in the next 2 weeks, I recommend checking out the first link in the description. Thousands of Americans are turning to gold IRAs to protect their retirement savings, and for good reason. But more on that in a minute. Let's first talk about how inflation impacts Social Security benefits. Social Security payments are typically adjusted for inflation through what's called a cost of living adjustment, or COLA. However, these adjustments often don't keep up with real inflation, particularly in areas like healthcare, energy, and housing. That means that even though your Social Security check may go up, it might not be enough to maintain your lifestyle or keep up with rising costs. One of the key steps to combat this issue is to diversify your income streams. Relying solely on Social Security can be risky, especially when inflation outpaces your COLA increases. One way to do this is by building a portfolio that includes assets that tend to perform well during inflationary periods, things like precious metals, real estate, and stocks. Of course, not all investments are created equal, and some come with higher risk than others, especially when you're trying to protect wealth for the long term. That's where gold IRAs come in. While traditional investments like stocks and bonds can lose value in inflationary times, gold has historically held its value or even appreciated. A gold IRA allows you to hold physical gold in your retirement account, providing a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. If you have at least $50,000 in an IRA or 401k, or $5 million or more in savings, a gold IRA could be the perfect solution for protecting your wealth. If you want to learn why thousands of Americans are opening gold IRAs to safeguard their wealth, be sure to click the first link in the description to get a free guide. Another strategy you can use is to evaluate your retirement spending needs and adjust accordingly. If you're finding that inflation is hitting your budget hard, consider making changes to your monthly expenses. For instance, downsizing your home or relocating to an area with lower costs of living can free up additional funds that you can then reinvest in other assets that are better protected from inflation. Speaking of inflation, another important thing to keep in mind is the rise in healthcare costs, which can be one of the biggest expenses in retirement. This is where investing in a health savings account, HSA, can provide an extra layer of protection. Not only does an HSA offer tax advantages, but it can also help you cover rising healthcare costs, which often outpace the general inflation rate. Now, let's talk about something that most retirees overlook: taxes. Inflation doesn't just affect the prices of goods and services, it also erodes the purchasing power of your tax-free or tax-deferred savings. With higher taxes on the horizon, it's essential to explore tax-advantaged investment vehicles like Roth IRAs or a gold IRA to shield your retirement savings. These can help ensure that inflation doesn't chip away at your nest egg's value when you go to withdraw funds. As you can see, there's a lot to consider when it comes to protecting your Social Security benefits and your overall retirement savings. The bottom line is that having a strategy for both inflation and economic uncertainty is more critical now than ever. Gold IRAs offer a straightforward, proven method to safeguard your wealth against inflation while providing the security of tangible assets. If you're serious about securing your financial future, especially if you have more than 100K in your IRA or 401k, or even $5 million in savings, I highly recommend clicking the first link in the description. Get your free gold IRA guide and consultation today. Don't wait until inflation erodes more of your purchasing power. Act now to protect your wealth. Thanks for watching, and take control of your financial future today.